So never look
see
at
if we
this,
can
man.
get.
My people, my people, my people. How's y'all doing today, man? Welcome back. Brother Isaiah, what's the deal, baby?
What's up? What's up? What's up, man?
Oh,
How's the
man,
day? How's the day?
just welcome these people back to the Money Machine Podcast, Season
Yeah.
2.1. Unloaded people, y'all come on in. You know, we got some good topics for y'all. You know, we are passionate about discussing topics that need to be discussed, topics that lead to real generational wealth. Generational wealth. I might not can say it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. We got a few topics for y'all today. Be sure to tap in if you're watching this, even if you're watching the what is it? The post. Yeah, the repost or the unpost, all that other posters, y'all make sure to comment, man. And because, you know, we will come back and answer y'all questions, tap in. We want to have y'all perspectives because y'all perspectives is a piece of the pie. And today, y'all, we got a couple of topics. We're going to touch on how AI is going to take your job unless. We're going to talk about the secret to make 100K from home. You can make it by phone, home, train, automobile. And we're going to talk about, once again, how your mouth will make you more money than your hands whenever you get ready, baby. So with no more delay, Isaiah, how's you feeling today, young brother? You know, we got to check in with each other.
Good. I'm good, man. I'm good. Got an opportunity to feed Dallas, Texas, man. That's how you penetrate different environments and just take care of people. That's what we do, man. Like, so at the brunt of it, we're out making an impact, making a big impact. So
big impact.
Yeah, I can talk about it. I can talk about it, man. I can talk about it all day, but if I don't put no action under it, what's the purpose? What's the purpose?
Already. Yes, sir. So, I agree. I love that, man.
Probably about 1,500 people, man. 1,500 people. So
that's wow, a big win. That's magical, man. That's purposeful. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. And it's great because, you know, you're not only feeding them in IRL, you feeding these folks digitally too, bro.
Hey, well, you know, that's where you got to start taking advantage of all the technology that's out there, man.
You do.
We know what it is. It's moving things much faster. Being able to communicate, being able to engage. We see some people jumping in on the page. Y'all make sure y'all chime in. Whatever connects with you, please chime in. Let us know if you got some questions. We want to have some interaction with you. We're going to answer some questions. And if you got a comment, we're going to bring it up on the screen and address those comments. So we're excited about this topic today. What is it? We're talking about tech. We're talking about AI taking your job. Unless what? Unless what, EJ?
Well, it's a few unlesses, and that's why we're here to pass y'all what y'all looking for, people. We might as well go and jump in it, Brother Isaiah. AI is a topic of discussion, people. And, you know, I see some people, Brother Isaiah, who are shaking in their boots. And they should be. Because what I come to realize, like, if they shaking in their boots, they probably got a reason to shake in their boots, meaning they're not prepared. And that's what we're here to do, prepare these folks. And, you know, it is a great side to AI. But people, just like life, if you're not intentional about not getting your job taken, more than likely you're going to get your job taken.
I mean, you got to put the work in. I mean, that's with everything you do. AI, man, let's be honest, it's pretty volatile right now. AI is extremely volatile, and people are utilizing it with everything. So it's integrating into every system, it's integrating into every process. And so if you don't jump on the boat or understand it, at least you're going to find yourself creating your own exit strategy. So think about that. Think about how much information we got access to, right? Think about how much information we got access to, and then you don't want to get that information quicker. There's so many different programs, man. I went through a list. I seen a list of 100 different topics that a lot of people are talking about, and AI was just like taking the game. They was taking the cake.
It is. And then we ain't seen none yet, man. They actually got a new I don't know how many of y'all know about ChatGPT, which is great, but we're gonna put that button there. It's a fool. But they got a new version coming out too, y'all. And one thing I realized is let's embrace technology, y'all. It is a God-given tool, And that's why that's what we have to use it for, and be intentional about that. Like you say, brother AI. I mean, brother, like I'm gonna call you brother AI. You ain't AI yet, is you? Oh, you wait a minute now. I don't know.
Hey,
No, but
man,
y'all, like
I'm
you say, AI is a blessing, y'all, and we just getting started.
hey,
So if you ain't intentional, people, about using it, you're gonna get used by it. Trust me.
Yeah. So what EJ was saying is that AI is a tool, and it's based on how we use it. It can be a tool or it can be a weapon. And if we don't use it the right way, it can be weaponized against us, right? So, the way we understand the information, the way we understand technology, the way we apply technology is really going to determine our destination. So you think about how you want to excel in your dreams, your goals, and your aspirations. There's people that got very similar dreams, goals, and aspirations that you got, but they are equipped with technology. And so the ideal is, man, hey, get ahead of this. Understand that this is the direction that civilization is going, man. There's tools. And now I heard this guy say this, though. I heard this guy say this. He said there's no real thing as artificial intelligence, right? And when I listened to the video, I was like, you know what, man, I kind of agree with him, because it's intelligence. It's just information accessed at a quicker pace, right? So it's not artificial intelligence, it's intelligence. It's information that we've housed, and we put some systems together to be able to create a path where we can connect with that information at a higher rate. And so when you think about that, you're like, man, this is not that bad. It's not that bad. But you got to understand how you utilize this, because you're watching these businesses grow. You're watching these organizations like explode with new technology, and they're integrating all these different things into their business, and it's really making an impact. So again, hey, we're talking about AI. We're talking about how it can take your job, or it will take your job.
Yeah, it is. Unless that will be good. We got to start, hey man, put that is in there. And yeah, we got to talk about the scary part. Oh, AI is gonna take jobs, people. Yes, it is. And I don't know if you knew, brother Isaiah. Did
you see that video? I seen, like, it's a lot of videos going on around, but I seen a video of the Amazon Center where artificial intelligence is taking jobs. I seen a video at restaurants. It's crazy, man. I'm seeing it all over the place. So the question is, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, and it is a scary side to it, people. This can go, it's gonna go both ways. And I want y'all to know it is our duty to get in there and use it, because these criminals and these villains, they gonna use it for sure. Oh, they already using it. Yeah, they gonna use it for sure. And I don't know, like originally Tesla, I mean, what's his name? Elon Musk.
Yeah.
He had real strong ties to this AI jump off, and he took his hands off. I think he got up out of the company because he said that it wasn't going the direction that he felt was safe for humans, for civilization to live in. Or whatever.
I wish I would have remembered the gentleman's name. It was a guy that worked at Google or Apple, one of the two.
Yeah.
And he bailed out too.
Exactly.
He bailed out too. He was like, hold up, we can't lean into this.
And so there is a other side. Y'all be sure to comment too. If y'all tapped in and y'all want to participate in this conversation, we do appreciate y'all perspectives, and we will pop y'all up on the screen. And with that being said, y'all, it is a side that's going to be used for evil or to put us further in the dirt, and it is going to take your job unless you embrace it, people. That's the unless. If you don't embrace it, let's realize you will get replaced, people, not just by AI, but by people who are using AI, if not AI. So you got two people against you, baby.
AI by itself cannot do anything. Like, of course, it gotta have somebody behind it with a motive. And there's a lot of people that got motives, man. And I tell people this all the time when I talk about motivation. Like, motivation is ruling destinations, man. It's not your consistency. It's not your discipline. It's none of that. It's your motives. And so everybody got access to tools. People get their hands on these tools, and based on their motive, we're going to see different destinations. We're going to see different things take place, and we're going to have different experiences and exchanges. Ideally, my question is for everybody is like, hey, what do you think about AI, and how are you using it now? Are you willing to use it right now? Like that's really one of the things, because if you're not using it now for anything, then you're already behind, and it's time to catch
Exactly.
up. Time to catch up. So just play with it a little bit, because you got to get comfortable with some of this technology. Before we had the phones, remember, before we had the phones, it was a problem when those was popping up, and everybody used them. They got comfortable with it, but you got to understand how to use the tool to be effective in your life. Don't get taken over by it.
Nah, yeah, and even I heard it was a big fear situation going on back when the what is it, like tractors and stuff came around. Yeah, they say the farmers thought they was done. They thought it was over for them. Yeah, they machinery, advancement in technology, and once again, technology is continuous. People, it ain't gonna stop. But that's a good thing.
I wouldn't see it like, why would it be over for them? Like, unless big corporations decide that they want to go into that industry, which they have. We see Bill Gates buying up all the farmland, and I'm sure that he has all the resources necessary to equip that farmland with like some crazy technology to be able to do some farming without human resources. You see what I'm saying? So there's quite a few different components that you got to play out, and it's going to be over time, but you don't want to let the time pass, because obviously it's going to create a gap. It's going to create a gap.
Well, and I'm sure some people did lose their job during that time, Brother Isaiah, and it was the people that didn't embrace using the tractors. It's the same fear that people are facing now. The new technology, people just stuck in their ways. And a lot of times these are people who got this money that they see a threat to their routine and to their positioning. And I don't know if y'all heard of Blockbuster. That old Blockbuster. Yeah, they kind of shot themselves in the foot just a little bit by not embracing technology. And like I say, it's the same fear, Isaiah. Yeah. These people thought they was going to lose their jobs because they weren't ready to adjust, and they weren't embracing the technology change.
Yeah. And that's the same thing that happened with Kmart, man. Remember, Kmart was like this guru. Like everybody was doing things after Kmart, but Kmart wouldn't adjust, man. They wanted to stay the same. And, when you're talking about business and then even society as it develops, you got to be able to make some adjustment. It's not telling you to adopt a way of life. It's telling you to understand how things operate so you can maneuver properly. Because the issue is that a lot of people just don't understand the information. And because they don't understand the information, what happens? They get captured by it. They get captured. They get caught in the system. And they in the weeds going back and forth, spinning around in circles. And they like, man, how is this happening for this person? How is it happening for that person? And why is it not happening for me?
Look at her out there. Yeah. Man. Is this what y'all scared of?
Hey, that look like I'm an anime fan, so that look like
what? And that's what I'm saying, though.
Anime.
Look, that's them AI robots that's gonna have y'all job. Unless y'all adjust, man. And that's the thing, like, people, this life is about continuous advancement, and that's what we're here to do. And I believe when you don't embrace technology and or look at the change of what's going on, you're supposed to. I mean, I ain't gonna say you're supposed to, but our purpose is to move forward. So when you're going against the grain of your purpose, you asking to moonwalk. So let me put them scary robots back up. It's gonna take y'all job. Hey, and if y'all tune in, y'all be sure to subscribe to the YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to YouTube. People comment. We would love to have y'all perspective on this. Look at the one in the back, Isaiah. Oh, on the left, he mean business. He coming to take jobs. If ain't nobody, the one over there, that dude coming to take them. And just like this, y'all realize, like you say,
is that a prisoner? Is that an AI prisoner?
Man, they even taking the prisoners out. They want everything. They coming for everything, people.
What's up with? Hey, listen.
No, but look though, y'all. If y'all just tuning in, we're talking about how AI is gonna take your job unless. But we also made a point to where the thing is to realize you can use AI for your purpose, for your bag, for whatever you got going. And this is an example, people. You know, I could be scared of AI, but if I was scared, we wouldn't have this right here to show y'all. And this is ways of using it for what you got going, people. So I just want to show y'all these people to take y'all jobs. So when y'all see them, y'all start running.
Hey, look, that one of them got glasses on.
I know, ain't that boy? He want to make sure he can see you when he take your job.
I gotta be able to see you. So, hey, but check this out. One thing I really like about AI is that it's innovation, and a lot of people. They have these ideas, they have all these dreams, they got these goals that they want to develop. And so that's your vision, right? That's your imagination sparking a whole lot of different things at once. And so you're like, man, I see this, I see that. Well, the idea is to connect it with information. Like that's what bring the intangible into a space of being tangible, is by connecting your thoughts, connecting those ideas, those visions with information, creating practical operations where you can produce your dreams, your goals, and your aspirations. AI has that it has that capacity. It has that capability to be able to, really support what you're doing.
Yeah. And that's the thing, people. We're trying to encourage y'all to embrace AI. If you don't, yes, your job is likely on the line, people. Hey, we just getting started. This is the first year, people. I ain't gonna say the first, but this is pretty much the first year. All these y'all people out here, Isaiah, you see these people who just it saddens me a little bit. These people that are making the skinny, sexy version of themselves, posting it all on Facebook like it's really them. They taking compliments and everything.
I'm telling you, catfish is finna get crazy with AI. Catfish it's finna get crazy with AI. Hey, man, it was a problem during COVID already, where people were putting the mask on, portraying to be someone you see in their face, and people just attracted to the eyes. They take their face like, oh snaps, who are you? But like, AI
it's a sickening part.
Taking social media to a different level.
Man. It's a sickening part. I see some people who get caught up in these apps, AI apps, and realize, people, it is an addictive element. It's a lot of different edges of this AI thing that we need to examine and be careful about. Even though we want y'all to embrace it, I've seen a couple of people that are pretty much addicted to this AI version of themselves rather than taking time to actually improve themselves. And I realize how once you get so comfortable with this, it's just like, y'all realize technology is a blessing, but it does dumb us down. Yeah. If you don't use it, you will lose it. And a lot of this technology is convenient. They disguise it with convenience, and it is. But just like I see these people who, they stay posting the sexy version of themselves. And I know it's like a little jokish, but no, it's not. I've seen them post too many, and I need you to get up and go to the gym and let that motivate you. Yeah, I'm saying let that inspire you.
Yeah, I mean,
because that back end is not.
So those are some of the different things that I read up on. A lot of people are having these addictions to AI. Well, there's already like this addiction with the next generation, this generation, with cell phones, with videos, and all these different things. Technology. So that addiction is already there. And so with the integration of AI, people are starting to look at themselves the way, AI looks at it. These painted, brushed, all these different photos and videos. I've seen some do audios, and it's getting kind of crazy because they won't post a photo of themselves anymore.
Yeah,
they won't even post a photo of themselves anymore because they're depicting themselves as this AI version. So like the thing is that you got to have some kind of tolerance. You got to have some kind of control over what you're doing and why you're doing what you're doing. But you still got to be you. AI is a tool, y'all. Again, we're going to talk about that. AI is a tool. Exactly. So Rosalind A. Davis said there has to be a balance. If there is no balance, something's gonna fall. Something's gonna fall. And you
thank you for tuning in, Rosalind Davis. Yeah, it do. It really has. Hey, people, balance is a necessity in life.
Yeah.
And
people can take it over by it, man. They can take it over by it.
I see it slowly but surely, Isaiah. Like I say, I've seen multiple. I kind of caught it on the front end, huh?
What are the brakes? How do you pump the brakes on it?
Oh man, that's what I'm saying. No, look, I've seen multiple levels of the AI takeover. Do we need to pop them scary men back on? Now, I done seen multiple. I done seen multiple rollouts. you know, like the first AI kind of popped out, and I seen the jump on and love, and then the addiction. And a lot of people didn't, you know, they didn't catch that. But then I seen another little so-and-so when they released the AI version of yourself. A lot of people jumped on, and so I see it being rolled out in different sectors and grasping people. And let's not forget, see, we didn't got so used to the filters, period. Man, the filters is AI. Like we don't even we weren't calling it AI, but do you know how many people, women who won't post not one picture without that filter? That's that addiction part that I'm talking about, that we have to be careful of, people. We have to be careful of that.
Yeah.
Hey, Yvette, so, what's happening, Yvette? How do you feel about AI? Are you scared? Are you scared of AI? Is it gonna take your job? Let us know.
Is that an AI photo?
Is that an AI photo?
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
No, she's very creative. I don't know, but that might be. I don't know.
I love the filters. No lie. Hey, listen. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with the filters. It's the psychological aspect we're talking about. Individuals who like just fully they're taken over by them. Like I can't even present myself anymore because I'm on these filters. Now, I get it. It's also a content creation tool that we're trying to leverage, obviously, but we got to really make sure that we step in and do what we need to do.
She said that is not an AI photo. No, that's my girl. Man, she's very creative, and she does a lot of creative photography. So I don't think she's trying to hurt AI. But you know what? She's safe. I think she's safe from AI. I don't think she got to worry about it because she's tapped into that creative energy. And y'all know that's we got to have that for AI to even exist. AI, man, it's this one girl, Isaiah, and it's just I'm not. It's a thin line, and I just noticed that she looked like a pretty good looking chick. And so, I mean, I didn't go through a page for this, but I just noticed every post would be AI down. So AI, even if she have a male in her picture, he finna be cute as hell too. Like he finna be filtered down just so she. But I went through a lot of her pictures. I didn't see not one that didn't have a filter, and that is, that was, like I said, that was one of the first rollout tests.
Well, and I'm pretty sure, like the way you dial in and help people look at their social medias, you got a keen eye for that, right? You got a keen eye for like, that's authentic. You're a photographer, you do videography. Those are authentic things. But then all those different things that's standing out to you, like, whoa, man, hold up. Like this is all saturated with AI. And look, again, we're not saying that it's a bad thing. We're talking about utilizing it in a way where you're not like etched out. What we got here?
Yeah.
See, has made my job. AI.
You might be
AI
safe.
Has made my job so much easier.
You may be safe, Yvette, because everybody. No, I'm saying, see, look, with her creative energy and that statement right there, she might be safe. You might be safe. You know what I'm saying? But I got to get to this photo. Well, I got to get to this little comment because she say she's one of the ones that's making men cute just for her filter purposes. So I know not to take no picture. Now we was talking about how old girl gonna use a filter every time, and even if you a man, you finna be cuter than her because of this filter. So we got a guilty party here.
Hey, listen, that's one thing to let you know though. Like anybody that can kind of confess, like, hey, I'm using it in this capacity. This is what I'm doing. Other people just kind of taking over and be like, nah, this is who I am now. This is who I am. I'm this AI photo. And look, it's penetrating. Look, think about it. It's a way up right now. Like you was talking about how AI was rolled out in like sections and things like that, and it was touching different pockets of people and different demographics. And one of the things I realized is that it's a marketing tactic. It's a marketing tactic. And as they roll these different things out, they're appeasing to every. I'm talking about every bracket, every pocket of people, every category, and so. You just got to look at it and be like, okay, I can use this to propel my dreams, my goals, and my aspirations. Because I'm all about that, right? I'm all about development, right? And so if I'm using it to develop myself, if I'm using it to increase my understanding of something, if I'm using it to build my brand, man, it's a win. But if I'm using it like this is who I am and it's replacing my identity,
it's a thin line. Yeah, and you got to know that they know that that's part of their rollout. Yvette, Hey, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, Yvette. We appreciate your input and your perspective. What you say? I don't put them on my kids or in them because they get mad at the lashes and lip gloss. Well, I'm glad they get mad. Somebody got to stand up. Well, see, you got this all right. You all right. You may be all right. You got limitations. She's using it and she got limitations. That's what I'm talking about.
Nah, man, like that's tolerance right there, man. Like, you know,
balance.
I can see.
I think we seen that earlier.
Yeah, it's big, man.
Balance.
Yeah,
and that's the thing, people.
Balance is necessary.
I mean, and AI is going to take your job unless. And what I want y'all to realize, we're basically trying to get y'all to embrace AI. The evildoers, they're going to use it for sure. I seen a clip today that was, oh man, they said that what they said. I forgot what they said, but it was the next level of scary. It was so real. They had people like Trump and like Obama kicking and smoking cigars. Like, it looked very real, very, very real. And the thing is, we want y'all to embrace AI, but also, people, just embracing AI without using your human greatness, that's a no too.
That's the reason why AI has been so beneficial, right? It derived from the human intelligence. We're innately built with so much vision. The thing is, man, like your perspective, your insight, your imagination, it cannot be distributed out unless you give it. And so when you do that, this is the kind of thing that you get. You get this AI system. And now everybody's taking the AI systems and they're putting their own thing on it. They're putting their own spin on it. And so we seen a lot of wonderful things transpire out of that. But we also seeing what you talked about is those addictions and things like that. The music AI makes it.
Oh man, have you heard some of this music? Hey, Isaiah?
Man, I heard some today. Today was my first day listening. I was just scrolling on social media. I was doing my scroll thing. Hey, I admit it. I was doing my scroll thing. I was looking at social media, and this guy was like, "Hey, I want to make a video with Alvin and Chipmunks, who was it? Justin Timberlake and what's old buddy name? Man, I can't think about his name. But either way, he made that song, and they wanted to make it a DJ club song, and I was like, man, this is crazy. And they made it, and it was hilarious. It had the Alvin in the background, and it was just crazy. But I've heard it. It is funny. Yvette, she ain't lying. It's some funny stuff out there.
No, it is. But you must ain't heard the ones where they're making songs with actual artist voice, and they sound exactly like the artist.
I heard about
That's some of the dangers, y'all. I done heard a song by Jeezy. What was it called? What was this thing called? Duty and Booty. And it was not him. I'm talking about, man, like the swag, the energy of these artists, man. No, it's scary. And they Duty and Booty. But no, man, it's a whole thing. Once again, this is the scary side, people. Right now, AI can duplicate not only if they can duplicate Jeezy's voice and other artists, don't you think they can snatch your voice? And not just for good usage, y'all. It's a scary side. So I'm about to send you some of them, Isaiah. It's scary, man. Like I'm talking about their swag, man. Like, you know how even Tupac, it's a couple of new Tupac songs out. Yeah, and no, not just his voice, his delivery, his swag, man.
So check this out. This is the dilemma that I heard about with all this music thing. Because I did hear it come up, and they was talking about, so who owned the rights to it? Like, if it starts selling, if it started making money, like, who owned the rights to that? And like, there's really no, I guess, no structure for that. And so just think about that, man. People gonna be doing some crazy things because, you know, when money start coming into play and people start getting a little money hungry, and they're, you know, one thing blow up, they want the credit for it. You see the bats take place, everybody just going back and forth. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's some discrepancies out there with the music. So Yvette,
very thin. And I mean, obviously, like right now, they can't. Like, if Jeezy could stop that, he would. Oh, I done heard a couple of songs by him. Shout out to Images by Yvette, y'all. Y'all follow Yvette. You know, hey man, if y'all watching, comment. This is the Money Machine Podcast, season 2.1, Unloaded.
Unload
And y'all
it.
know we like to talk generational wealth. We like to talk generational wealth, conversations that people ain't gonna have because a lot of these are conversations that lead to generational wealth, real generational wealth. So some of these topics y'all hear us talking about, they may be hearing now, but they gonna be back around where they supposed to be. You hear me? Shout out to Yvette. And y'all comment if we want to hear y'all perspective. She says she uses AI to help generate articles for issue.awol magazine. See that? That's what I'm talking about. You might be, you're gonna be safe, girl. You is gonna be all right in this AI takeover. I like that. You about to take over.
So check this out. I got a buddy, man. He's in Atlanta. His name Nathan, and he's in the tech industry, man. But he's also talking about financial literacy, and so he's understood how to like literally integrate ChatGPT with other apps and start scraping data, man. And so now he can connect that with your email chains and all this other stuff. And the communications will come off in the right way. This can actually be a tool to take you to the next level. The idea is how you're going to balance it when you get it, because you want to continue to be able to use your creative thinking. You want to continue to be able to use that vision. You want to continue to be able to make an impact with your piece of the pie, your perspective, your insight, and your imagination. So whenever you're using these tools, you just got to be careful. You got to be careful that you don't get consumed with it. You know, you got to. We're consumers, right? We're utilizing this stuff all the time. But we don't need to be consumed with it, because what happens is we lose our identity. And what I'm talking about is your perspective, your insight, your imagination. You don't want to lose that.
Yeah. And the balance is, people use it, but use it with your creativity. Use it in your field of industry. Oh, right now, people are so early. It's a lot of people don't even know what we're talking about right now. Those are the people that you can assist with this AI, and your value, your creativity, your purpose in combination with AI is what's going to separate you and keep you afloat, people. And just using AI, once again, but the balance is using it in combination with your creativity, using it in combination with your you.
Yeah.
And if not, only using the AI, that's not gonna do it, because what you did was just put yourself in another box full of 1 million smart people. And just pressing that one button, man, that ain't gonna do it, people.
Hey, look, this is big. This is the Money Machine Podcast. All right. Money Machine Podcast. Let me tell you something about AI. AI has the ability to help you diversify your operation. All right. We're not just sitting here talking about AI is going to take your job. It's creating avenues for you also.
Yes, sir.
And we want you to take advantage of that.
Yes.
We want you to. So this is the unless part. Unless you diversify, unless you start literally making connections in other areas, and AI makes it a whole lot easier than what it used to be. It used to be tough, man. I don't see people putting their boots to the dirt anymore, knocking on doors, doing the stuff they used to do to get sales and all this other stuff. But AI has the capacity to be able to get into those houses, get in front of somebody, and allow you to make those exchanges that are pertinent for you to be able to grow your business and expand. And so just think about that. Diversify. Make some of this money out there. You know what I'm saying?
That is the unless.
Yeah.
These are the unlesses, people. It is going to take your job unless what, Isaiah? Let's give them a couple of unlesses. We got about 3 unlesses, people. So you are in control. If you're not intentional about using it, and what that comment say, baby? It is here now. No turning back. So either embrace it and master it early in the game. Fuck it, left. TF.
Can we stay right there? Like she said something big right there. Master it. That's so valuable, man. I know we talk about embracing it too, because she mentioned that as well, but mastering it, that's crazy. That's like, hey, how can I use this and dominate it in my field? How can I use this and dominate it in my industry and be so proficient and efficient in it that the impact that it makes reverberates around the world? Man, that's value. Value
word
added. Thank
master
you,
is a
Yvette.
whole different. That master is a whole different
Hey,
implementation and
for
repetition
real.
and guarantee. Even that
Hey,
mastering was
it's
well. Oh man, mastering is
similar.
I think that's a part of our purpose in life to try to master something,
Yeah, man.
and
Like,
it's
look,
also
AI is not a person,
no sir.
right? It's not a person.
It
You
is
should be
not.
able to control it. It's not a person. You should be able to control it. And
Mhm.
that's what we got to start understanding. Like, these are tools. Like, if I get my hammer out and I don't control my hammer while I'm swinging, it'll fly, hit somebody. It can it can fly back and hit somebody behind me. It can put a hole in the wall. So
Yeah,
we got to be able to control these tools that we use so we can continue to build. Because like that hammer, if I don't put that nail in that sheetrock gonna fall down, it's gonna break. I don't have a wall. So we can build with the tools. We just got to use them correctly. And
we do.
that makes it a whole lot easier when you understand the information you use, the tool that you're using.
Yes, sir. And we ain't off this topic yet, but just to keep y'all tuned in, people, this is the Money Machine Podcast Unloaded. And a couple of more topics we going to hit is the secret to making 100K from home. It's real,
Home.
people. I know it sounds, but no, trust me. And we going to touch on how your mouth can make you more money than your hands in this traditional labor, people. But right now we on AI and people, it's early. It's
Yeah.
early. Oh, it's early. Even the people that do know about it, it is early enough for you to use AI in combination with your profession and to make $1 million zillion, people. But this AI finna create some
A
new
million,
numbers. Man,
zillion.
it's finna create some
It's a
whole new
million,
brackets,
zillion.
baby. And realize too, there's a lot of
Hey,
people that never heard about AI. They're not gonna care about AI, people. So you really have an opportunity to use it for service.
hey, I want to bring up this comment here. So we have Yvette has been adding so much value to this topic. So
Real.
she said it's a skeleton key. I don't know if you all know what a skeleton key is, but it's actually a key that you can use in any door, right? It's a key that you can use in any door, and it says it gives you a huge head start. What happens is it gives you access, y'all, like access to things that you normally wouldn't have access to. It gives you access to be able to penetrate markets that you haven't been able to access. And so when you think about this, you're like, man, what am I doing? Why am I dragging my feet? Why am I reprehensible? It's because I don't know much about it. I don't know much about it. And I tell you that it's important that you go get some information, understand what people are using. I've seen people are writing papers, people are writing books, she says she used it for magazine articles. It's a whole lot of different ways that you can use this to diversify what you're doing in your job, your field, your industry, and your profession. You can literally be flexible. But the issue is we don't want to utilize the tool because we're afraid of it. I don't want my information in that. These are my ideas. Yes, they are your ideas, but let me tell you something. There's nothing new under the sun, right? Information is recycled. It's being recycled. The only thing that's new is the way you use it. And so if you lose your perspective, if you lose your insights, if you lose your imagination, then you lose what's new. You lose the new. So that's what we're talking about. But this gives you a head start, man. I love that whole communication right there.
Yeah, and only using it, you will lose your imagination, people.
Yeah,
You
man, you don't want
will
to do that.
lose that creative energy that we are here to use. Once again, technology is a blessing, but it does dumb us down, people. Let's be upfront about that. Let's recognize that because it's such a thin line, and we want to help y'all perspectives on this. Are you scared of AI? What industry are you
Hey,
in?
listen,
How are you safeguarding your bag, your family? Because this is a talk that we really have to have, people. Because it's a lot of people that don't quite realize where this leads if not
yeah.
embraced correctly.
Yeah, man. Look, we understand, and I tell you, just like we telling you both sides of the story, right? There's balance, there's caution that you got to have, right? We're not telling you to go all in and just be crazy with it. We're telling you to use it for where you have places where you want to grow and develop because it's there for that purpose. Like
It is.
literally there.
That's why God put it here. That purpose.
Yeah. Yeah. So think about that. Think about that. Think about those avenues. Think about the growth. Think about the information that your family didn't have access to, and that it has access to now. We used to have to go to libraries, right? I was listening to this comedian, and he was like, "Man, I tried to explain to," he said, I tried to explain to this new generation of children about life without Google. And he was like, well, hey, we used to have to go to this place called a library. If we didn't know something, we used to have to ask somebody, and hopefully they were nice enough to give us the answer. We would go to the library. They would give us this letter, the alphanumerical number that we had to go find on bookshelves. It was like a house full of books, and you just go find a book, and then you open the book, and you'll read that book, and it might not have the information you need, but it got a whole lot of other information that you did not know, and you learned something. But I was like, man, he was so funny. What is his name, man?
And it's just funny that those stories are factual, man. Oh my God. Technology is moving, people. It's gonna keep moving. Hey, y'all still playing CDs out there?
I gotta find it.
Is y'all still playing CDs? Let's realize technology comes, but it pushes other stuff out the way. And this time it might be you.
I asked my daughter what was a CD. She's 12 years old. Didn't know.
Yeah. Technology is a blessing, but it not only does it dumb us down, possibly, it pushes other stuff out the way. So let's realize in the growth of this AI and this technology situation, stuff will be pushed out the way, people. Jobs will be pushed out the way, situations will be pushed out the way, technology will advance. And we, it's a thin line, so we don't know where this could go. And we have a situation balling, and y'all know what we own. We trying to pass out people the information to create real generational wealth. A lot of it starts with mindset. A lot of it starts with conversation and realization. And y'all want to embrace AI a little more, y'all. We got we probably gonna do a little workshop, AI workshop, to pass out the tools, man, for those that want it. You know what I'm saying?
Want you to chime in. Let us know. Reach out to us. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, y'all. Again, we're diving into some real world topics, things that are impacting your lives. But we want to see you make it to your dreams, your goals, and your aspirations. And we're going to talk about things that can definitely help you get there. So if you're in with us, if you got some thoughts concerning AI, please drop them in the feed. We'll bring your comments onto the screen. And look, every comment is valuable. Every comment is valuable. We want to engage. We want to keep it interactive and engage and make it get your piece of the pie. That's what we want. We want what you say, EJ. Last time you said, I like pie.
I like pie. Yeah.
I like pie.
I ain't gonna tell you I'm overeating now, but I like pie. It ain't no meat out there. I can tell you that. I'm almost half a year no meat? Oh my God.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hey, this lady tricked me too, y'all. I didn't really plan to go this long without no ribs and bacon. I chase bacon down the freeway, Isaiah. I will. No, y'all. Like I said, y'all want to know how to use AI for your situation. Oh man, what'd you say?
I said you go chase the bacon down the freeway.
Down the middle of the freeway, middle lane.
Hey,
tripping.
Just move.
But if y'all want to know, like I said, use AI for your profession. How to safeguard your family. Because once again, AI is going to push some stuff out the way, people. Even some of these people that are using it, if you're not using it correctly, we got to be prepared, I think is the word. And we got a couple of little topics right now. We finna go and bounce to this next topic, y'all. But still tune in, tap in. We really appreciate y'all watching. This is the Money Machine Podcast, season 2.1, unloaded. And we go unload some of these conversations that need to be unloaded. Hey, y'all, it's a lot of people out here that's scared to talk about certain stuff. And a lot of times, those are the topics that need to be discussed. We ain't scared.
Yep.
We ain't scared.
Not at all.
Let me see what this comment say before we move on to this next topic, which is. Wait, no, it ain't. Wait a minute. It is the secret to making 100K from the house. Who's in disbelief? Anybody don't think this is possible? And I'm not gonna say I didn't think it was possible at one time, but it never crossed my mind. It's a lot of us don't make this in a year.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah, it
understandable.
is.
But just like we talking about this great
100,000.
technology, huh?
100,000.
100,
100,000.
100,000. How
Right?
many
Look,
dollar bills is that?
look, whatever type of currency you're talking about, whatever, like it can be euro, it can be the dollar bill, it can be the Canadian, like whatever buck, whatever you exchange, you can get it from home. You can get it
Yeah.
from home.
Entrepreneurs, tap in, tap in, tap in. If y'all want free promo, man, y'all go check out our website, the E-News Hub. I always strategically set up for entrepreneurs, baby. That's all I'm gonna say. Go check it out. And if y'all entrepreneur,
Yeah,
drop your situation in the comments, y'all. People do come back and watch this
yeah,
broadcast later, and we would like them to see what you do. Put your link in the comment. Tell us what you do. Where you
absolutely.
at? The
Yeah,
secret
yeah.
to make them 100.
So
And I
let's
say
talk about
secret. Yeah, let's talk about that, man. We put the word
let's talk about
secret because they don't want y'all to know about this.
don't want you to know. That's the issue. They don't want you to know. So
Yeah.
what do they don't want you to know?
The secret.
Give up the secret.
We finna
Tell
tell
us
y'all.
tell us what it is.
Hey,
Tell us
y'all.
what it is.
I know it may seem unbelievable, but let me assure you, y'all, there's plenty of people making 100K, not just from home in a year, in a day. It actually be done in a couple of hours, but I don't want y'all mind to be like, oh, that's not possible, and y'all bounce out. But once again, we talking about technology, people. The blessing of technology is God-given, and it's here. Oh, man, it's a whole lot.
Hey,
And with that being
so
said, it's only a certain amount of hours in a day, brother Isaiah. So
it is.
this ain't nothing that we talking about doing physically. You can only be in a certain amount of places. You only got a certain amount of time per day.
Yeah.
So the blessing of technology, I'm gonna give y'all a little hint before I tell y'all exactly what's necessary. The blessing of technology is what will allow you to make 100K from the house, y'all. And long story short, the answer to make 100K from the house is using technology because technology allows for amplification. Oh,
Yeah.
amplification. That is the secret to making 100K from the house. Amplification. And when we say that, that's what social media allows you to do. Amplify. It allows you to multiply your message, yourself, your vibration. It's people out here seeking information, transformation, and destination. So what we know is content creation, what we know is podcasts, what we know is blogs, newsletters, all this stuff that allows for amplification, people. Now, we talking about amplification of value. The value in itself returns energy that we know as money, as community. But when you have amplification of value that's tied to assisting somebody with their destination, their transformation, 100K is so easy, y'all. We can give y'all the numbers, but everybody's situation is different.
So naturally, when we talk about technology and we're talking about expanding our reach, the word that come to mind is bandwidth, right? Bandwidth. And that naturally communicates the frequency, the level and the rate or the range of your frequency, how far, how wide you can reach. And so the technology that we have today has literally made it possible to reach across the world.
Man.
Like we fly across the world, we drive across nations, we literally talk across the world. There's so much that we have in our bandwidth now, but we're not utilizing it to actually generate money. We're not utilizing it to actually generate financial gain. There's others who have coined their ability to make hundreds of thousands of dollars using their bandwidth. And that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about the secret. Look, stop. I'm not telling you not to dance on social media and things like that, but I'm saying value is adding value, right? So I tell people this all the time: action produces action. So when we're talking about return and we're talking about that increase that we're looking for, we got to produce something. We got to put something out there. If you're not putting anything out there, nothing's coming back. We're talking about sowing and reaping. We're talking about the general law of life, man. What you got to put something in to get something out.
Exactly.
And we're gonna see that reciprocity is gonna happen. It's gonna be reciprocated. I promise you. But you got to understand it. And so when we talk about frequency, when we talk about technology, we just came off a subject that literally aids individuals to do this right here. We talked about AI, right? It didn't end. Like, these are all connected. They're interconnected, right? We talked about AI. We talked about the ability to be able to diversify with AI. What is that? AI is technology. This $100,000 from your home, I'm not talking about getting you a home job. I'm talking about you doing something that you love, doing something that you enjoy, adding value to millions of people across the world and getting the return for it. How many of us are actually getting paid to do what we love to do? Not many, man. There's a system that's created, and most of us are caught up in that system. That's why we talk about, hey, we got to free you from this matrix, get out of the matrix, but it's still your choice. It's still your choice. But our obligation is to provide the information for you to make a decision. And most of us can't make decisions because we don't have the information. We're here to help you with that. That's what we're here for.
For sure.
Yeah, it's going to be your bandwidth, man. Like, you got to dial in. You got to dial in. Your bandwidth is everything. Your bandwidth is everything. What are you putting out?
It is. And like you say, bouncing off the topic before, AI, all the stuff we know is opportunity. It's a thin line, people. And once again, we see opportunity being handed to influencers, which we are all influencers. Right. Start influencing. See what happens. Right. But like you say, the TikTok dancing and this and that.
Don't be a villain, though. Don't be a villain.
Don't be a villain. Y'all. We got enough of them. But like I said, we got to be careful, y'all, because this TikTok dance and this and that, it's cool, but that's what they want you to do. They want you to dance and this and that, and be happy with the return of energy of likes, subscribe, hoping to get likes, hoping to get subscribers. And when you do, what did that do for your family?
Dopamine, man. It's just
dopamine.
It's personal, like those hits of dopamine. Obviously, there's studies been out there, man. There's studies. We've seen the addiction studies. We've seen individuals on TikTok and stuff like that. It's a lot of dopamine hits going on. And look, you can be addicted on the other side of technology. Like, there's individuals watching your videos and they're binge watching them. They're there. They're just consuming them. And you on the other end is just continue to produce. You producing. And it's not generate, like he said, it's not benefiting your family. Yeah, I'm getting views, but have I made a substantial amount of money? $100,000 is a substantial amount of money that can change my situation. It can change my circumstances. But I got to do something different to get that. Like 100 million views is cool, but what does that really generate?
Yeah, man. I seen a guy who actually went viral for the first time, and you could tell he's been trying so long. And at one time, Isaiah, I was teaching people how to go viral, and I can show you how to go viral. It's a recipe, and that don't mean you're gonna go viral every time, but going viral without understanding what to do when you go viral is simply a dopamine overblast, and they know that. But he was so happy to go viral. He was posting, I finally went viral, and I love that, but that he didn't make not a dime, and he actually has a skill set. And I mean, the thing is, people, if you are making money right now from dancing, TikTok dancing, only from TikTok dancing, this and that, you got to realize how much of your pie that they keeping and they're not giving to you. That this situation of technology and whatever little TikTok dance you're doing and taking time to consume and become and package or structure your energy will make you this 100K from the house. And this is what we want. This is what we need y'all to do, because your bag is a part of our complete solution, and it's real generational wealth, people. And that's what we want to give y'all some tools to actually get 100K from the house in combination with this technology and what you love doing. That's the blessing, Isaiah. It's a lot about alignment.
I want to be a little practical. I want to give you I want to give you a vision of what it looks like, something you can actually apply today, right?
Give me something.
You yourself. you yourself, you can literally create a book right now. You can use technology, but make sure you have your perspective, insight, and imagination equipped and integrating with it.
Oh man.
You design this book, right? You design this book, you get this book, you put it on, you purchase, you put it on, make an ebook, right? Digital book, connect it to every one of your videos, especially if you're going viral, right? Connect it to every one of your videos,
Oh man.
have access to it. People have access to it all over the world, right? They click that button, they buy that book for $10. Let's think about it. You put that ebook, how much, I don't know how much time you put into the book. I don't know how much money or effort you put into the book, but I would imagine if you're using AI, all you have to do is go do some proofreading, add your stories, all the other stuff, craft it, get your vision in that book. Once you do that, you put it on the market. You put that on the market, and it's all return. Everything after that is just coming back residually.
Digital asset, people.
So yeah, you can create digital assets like that, and I think a lot of people are doing that. And right now is the opportunity for you to access information that you haven't been able to access. You can really be the subject matter expert every time you every time you converse with somebody or communicate. You can be the subject matter expert, and so you just got to think about that. If I'm the subject matter expert, that means everybody's coming to me for this information. I provide that information for a premium. That premium generates income for me, and it continues to do that even after I stop talking about it online.
Even after you stop breathing.
Yeah,
that's what we talking about, baby.
And that's valuable. That's value. That's value added not only to yourself and it's your family, right? Generations. We're talking about real impact, changing lives. And so it starts with you. You got to make a decision today or tomorrow or whenever you see this video. You got to make a decision. Hey, look, I'm finna tap into technology in a way that it's going to impact my dreams, my goals, my aspirations. I'm going to penetrate whatever field, industry, and profession that I desire. I want to whatever field, industry, or profession I desire to penetrate. I'm gonna penetrate that, and I'm gonna be competent because I have the technology to have the information, and then I'm gonna know how to utilize it. I'm gonna know how to apply it. Everybody's coming to me,
baby. The secret is out. We can play it.
Let me be
so I need them to hear that again, Isaiah. What we need y'all to do? Don't just make any book. No, what you say needs to be in there. I heard some stuff.
Hey, you gotta craft
that perspective and
your insight and your imagination.
Bam.
You gotta ingrain that into the book. Everybody's got the same information, but they don't have your experiences. They don't have your insight. They don't have your vantage point. They don't know what you have up here. And when you're able to put that on paper or digital screen,
man,
that creates a value that nobody else. Think about all these books, these novels that people have made. I got a friend. He's a phenomenal writer, man. He has this series of vampire books, and he's made so much money. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much money he's made, and he's creating these books. He's got published companies chasing him. It's amazing that all that was generated up here, but it was information that he got over the course of his whole life. And so he was like, oh, let me put this in a book. And it was a real story. It was a really cool story behind it, to be honest, because he had a friend who had a critical illness, and it took him out. But before he went, he said, I'm gonna make sure I write this book.
Wow.
And so he wrote this book, and that book became a series, and that series is impacting people. It's kind of deep, and then it's also kind of funny. And it got a lot of different, but he's using his emotions. He's using what's right here.
Yeah.
He's using what's right here and projecting it out. And people are receiving that because it's relative. It's relative. Even though it's fictional, right? It's relative, and people enjoy those things. So there's a lot of people. You look at the movies, people doing they doing play scripts. Look at individuals who's putting thoughts, ideas on paper, and they're creating generational wealth. There's families that won't have to worry about things for at least 10 generations to come, So you just got to think about that.
And your perspective, we need to stamp that in y'all brain, because y'all perspective, no one else can have that. So your perspective is worth millions itself.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
have already lived. You have already survived. If you're alive, you can survive, baby. You got some stuff that
That's
some
right.
other people are looking for and will need. Your
Will
perspective
need.
is like it's un. They can't get that without you putting it out there, and you putting it out there. People will make you 100K
What's
in
crazy
multiple
is
ways.
that it's common and uncommon, right? Perspective is common and uncommon because situations show up and we don't always know how to handle them, but we go read a book, right? We go read a book. But we weren't in the same place as those individuals when they came up with this idea, but because they have that ideal in front of me, we know how to navigate.
Yeah,
That's the value behind like
it
our
is.
perspective. Our perspective is nothing but experiences and exchanges that we made throughout our life, the course of our life, that we're able to communicate in a very effective way that can impact somebody's life. That's us. That's your
Told you.
perspective. Yeah, it's valuable, man.
Hey, man, and these are some of the weapons that we have. These are some of our superpowers, people. Let's realize
Unload it.
our perspective, sharing our perspective. Share y'all perspective, by the way. If y'all watching this, comment. Tell us where you're tuned in from. Tell us what you do, entrepreneurs. Tell us any topics that y'all would like to hear from us. Let us
Yeah.
know, people. Yeah, it's certain conversation that needs to be had, and we ready to have them things. But people, like I say, technology, your perspective. Uh, these are things that allow us to bring stuff from out of here into reality. Let's realize this is reality creation, people. Yeah,
Yep.
these books that we're reading, these tutorials that we're watching, those are perspectives.
Yep.
Those are from people just like you that took time to gather their thoughts and structure their thoughts and brought it into this world. And that's what we know as education.
Well,
Yeah.
I wrote a few books, right? And those
Oh, did you?
books have gotten me into spaces where
Exactly.
I can speak for 45 minutes to an hour and get $5,000. Like I just want, and I'm saying this not to boast or brag or anything, but like I'm saying it because it literally propels you when you're confident in what you already possess. I tell people this all the time. You're
Mm.
loaded already. Time to get unloaded, right? So unload, unpack, unlock, unveil every attribute and ability that you already possess. And when you're confident with what you're loaded with, and you start to unload that, people feel that confidence,
They gonna
they
feel
feel
it.
that impact, and it kind of it makes a move. I'm an MC, man. I'm moving crowds now. you know, oh,
See?
I'm an MC. I'm moving crowds now, man. That's what we're doing, and we're really changing lives. But that impact is now coming back. It's coming back to me in a value form called money.
Mm-hmm. That's that energy
Yeah,
return, people. And one
yeah,
thing I realized, I said, man, I've been passionate about helping my people realize the simplicity of actually making money on social media, not getting hypnotized by this algorithm, people.
yeah.
It's a whole lot of little tricks. They'll send you a achievement. What is it? Top creator. You're the top creator, and knowing you ain't posting out of nothing, they know how to get you. But what I come to realize is, man, we all have the opportunity to create our own economy. Yeah, we were born in an economy, people, but there's limitations,
That's hard.
multiple limitations. And even if you get to the top,
That's
you're
hard.
still limited. We all have the opportunity to create our own economy. And let's realize any and every famous person, I won't care who it is, they are where they're at from sharing their energy, putting their energy, which we all have, in a consumable form, people. So let's realize what we all have and what we all can have, and it's energy. I don't care what celebrity you're talking
Yeah.
about. Their energy being put
You
in a
know what?
certain form made them hundreds of thousands, and it can make you the same.
And million. Hey,
Millions.
check this out though. You said something very, very necessary. I think being able to make our own economy is something that we really got to dial into.
We do.
Um, one of the things I really want to lean on, because when I look at the word economy, there's at the beginning of that word is eco, right? It's eco. So you think about ecosystems. There's something, there's a structure, things that are in place that allows this to function the way it does to produce. And so whenever we're talking about creating our own economies, we have to put some systems in place, man. We have to put some structure in place. We got to really dial in and put some things, organize some things so we can really create a system, an ecosystem to produce life in our finances, life in our health, life in our mindsets, right? There's a lot of different avenues in creating our own personal ecosystem. And so sometimes that means adding people like EJ, adding people like myself to continue to push you in that direction. I'm doing day to day. I'm learning new information. You know, we're creating ecosystem. Ecosystems are systems of life. They're systems of life. So if you want to bring life to your finances, you have to really put some things in place. You got to know this secret right here. And technology is a key, like literally a key to allow you to produce 100K from home, man. From home.
It is very possible, people. And that's the first thing we have to get y'all to understand that so we can give y'all the tools. And it's options. Oh, we got options, people. We got so many options. Don't get us started on this show. But now we're going to discuss them. We're going to break them down. Y'all be sure to subscribe to the YouTube. Right now we're going live on a couple of platforms, but baby, this ain't going to always be because, you know, we taking advantage of this technology, and it does take certain stuff, people. This technology is not, social media is not created for you to directly get the bag. No, they're going to run you through the system, drag you here and there, and then they'll give you a little bit. But we going to tell y'all how to go and get to it, man. That's what I'm saying. It's a whole simplicity, and you already have everything necessary to make 100K. If you may need a little clarity. Yeah, you may need a little consistent push. Yeah. You may need a little, you know, a little reminder that your purpose is your bag. Yeah. You may need a little reminder that everything that you do every day on your job, you can now use to create your own economy. You may need a little reminder that these folks don't really care about. I seen a chick say she's tired of going to work, Isaiah, and I had to comment because I'm sure there's a lot of people out here going, it's tired of going to work, but that don't just feel tired. Realize that's your higher power trying to shake you and wake you, baby. Yeah, it's some more for you. If you tired, it's some more for you right now. Whenever you ready for some more, it's a whole lot more.
I heard this gentleman was talking about whenever we get into this place where we're tired and we're compressed and depressed, it's our inner person, right? The person that we are saying we're in a situation that we don't want to be in, right?
Yeah, you've outgrown
it. It's an alarm. It's an alarm. It's an alert telling us to move. And oftentimes we push past that alarm and continue to sleep in the situation that we're in, right? We continue to stay. Let me tell you one situation I was in. Man, I was working with this Fortune 500 company, and I'm on the phone with my brother. My birthday had just passed, and I'm talking to my brother, man. I'm like, bro, I just hit 7 years with this company. I just hit 7 years with this organization. And he was like, yeah, that's 35% of your life. And I was like, what? I was like, whoa.
Bars.
So I started thinking about that. I was like, 35% of my life? Wow. I said, okay. What am I doing here? Right? I started really looking at it. I was like, what am I actually doing here? Am I really making an impact? Man, I shifted into being a motivational speaker. I made a decision. I was like, I got 2 years to get out of this job. You know what I'm saying? I started planning. And so when that feeling and those emotions set in, they like, hey, I'm here. Like, hey, we got to do something. Then you start planning. And that planning phase made my situation, I was able to be content in my situation because I had a vision and I had a direction and I had a target of where I was headed. And so all that energy rose up out of me because it was like, we're going to where we're supposed to go. Exactly. We're headed in the right direction. Instead of that depression, right? Instead of that compression, instead of those uneasy feelings and anxiety, I was in a place like, man, let's go. And I ended up getting my master's degree in business administration. I ended up opening my businesses. I ended up doing a whole lot of different things. And so what happened, that's how unloaded happened, because I started unloading, right? I started like, man, I got that. I got this. I got that. Equipping myself with what I already have. Okay. Okay. Did it? We still here?
Yes, sir. You
Okay,
scared me
cool.
a little bit. I
Bring it
thought the AI robots came and took your job. I thought you finna come back and be a little robot, acting like Isaiah. I thought they got you, brother.
Hey,
No, but you
know,
said something too,
you know,
man. Depression. What is the opposite of that? When you say it that the way you say it that, and we're talking about that inner you wanting to come out and depression.
Yeah.
What is the opposite of that? What's the opposite of depression, Isaiah? I think we own to something.
I'm gonna tell you this. Depression. I heard Jim Carrey, one of my favorite actors. Jim Carrey was like, depressed. He said, depressed. Whenever you're in a state of depression, it's probably because you need deep rest. He said, whenever you're able to rest, because this body needs it, we are overutilized so much in this system called work, right? You're doing your 40, but you take that home. Yeah, you're doing your 60, but you take that home. And the conversations about all those different things, and you're trying to squeeze your real life in this short bracket of time while you're spending your 8 hours, the open time of your day, at this space that's literally confining you. And so I think when we talk about depressed, we're talking about finding a way to rest, finding a way to find peace. Peace would be the opposite of depressed. Like when I get depressed, I'm in a sense, if I'm depressed, it's probably because I'm in a sense of unrest. Like I can't, this is tough. I'm not able. This is too much. It's not, I'm always like literally just running. I'm running out every day. I'm running out. I'm pouring out. I'm pushing out. I don't have time to rest. And at that point, I don't have time to look at me. And nothing is refreshing. Nothing is enjoyable. Right. Yeah. So, when we look at depression, we see individuals who experience a situation. Sometimes you can't even tell because people have gotten so conditioned to operating in depression. Man, my buddy Craig, we talk about mental health all the time on Thursdays, man. And he got a podcast for Black men or all men, and he said, we say, put your crown on. It's a safe space to be able to talk about the things that's going on in your life because men don't have a place, and we can always operate even in a depressed state. We can operate, but many people don't know. So sometimes you have to release some of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
You
Release
get some of that stuff out. So
unload.
Press is pressure, man. You know what I'm saying? So decompression is what's necessary.
Like
Decompression.
No, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. And that's just where I was hearing depression is pressure. I mean, it's a lot, and we're not going to say we're doctors, but releasing of pressure, releasing of that energy is also creation. That's a release, creation, getting that creative energy out. And that's something I'm confident about. I'm not a doctor, but I've identified using your creative energy, letting it out, is a tool for depression, people. Yeah. It's impossible to be depressed and in a state of flow, in a state of enjoyment, doing what you love. You can't be two things at once. So I've come to recognize creation is a tool for depression. It's getting that out. It's unloading. And so, man, a lot of creative energy, people.
Look, we may not be doctors, but we're giving you our piece of the pie, our perspective, our insight, and our imagination. And look, we know that that's valuable because we've seen it change people's lives. We've seen it impact individuals in our circle and outside of our circle. And so we're telling you, you have that same thing. Like we're telling you that you have the same
Yeah.
ability to be able to release that into the atmosphere and see those things face to face.
It's energy transfer, people. Everything on this planet is energy transfer, and that's one form of energy oh man, just putting it out, people, putting that energy out. It's an energy comeback, and a lot of times it's whatever you want it to be. And in this case, you unloading that energy that will get so packed into you and won't out. It's a lot of it's multiple energy returns, people. It's that release of pressure that may be causing you to be depressed. It's that release of pressure that will help you and assist you in not being depressed, because you can't be two things at once. You can't be in a state of flow and then happy. And when you get in your creative flow, oh man, it's a lot that happens. And man, gratitude. All these little words that they got us confused with. It's an energy that you get put in. So it's an energy come back.
It's coming. And it generates this. It generates this.
Yeah. We get to, right, with the amplification and you releasing that communication and that creation. These little words, people.
This is alluding to the next topic, man. Like it's really telling us like where and how we can generate this 100K. We talked about tools, right? We already talked about tools that you can use. And we telling you not to be a villain. Don't be a villain. Use the tools and use it appropriately. And then we telling you that the secret is connecting those tools with your creativity and your piece of the pie, your perspective, your insight, and your imagination, and literally putting that out there to add value to the individuals, the communities, and your city, your state, your world, and doing it digitally. Understanding that technology is a tool that really supports what you're doing, right? It holds up the dream. It holds up the aspiration and those objectives. All those milestones that you got going up here, it really helps those become galvanized so you can continue to grow and expand. And then after you understand the secret in technology, we got to talk about it. About this topic, we got to talk about how your mouth make you more than your hands.
Yeah, and if y'all got any questions,
talk a little bit about it.
Comment, baby, comment. We can pop your comment on the screen if you want to know. Y'all go watch the video. We just get, you know what I'm saying? Your mouth.
Ask me how. Ask me how your mouth.
Ask him how. Ask him how. I'm gonna sit back and listen.
Ask me how.
I forgot to change this, man. We got to change that can to will. If y'all implement, y'all consume this information and implementation and a little continuation, and get you that bag, baby, because your mouth, people. Oh, and this is for the people that want more. When you want more, it's one thing you're gonna do, people. You ask and you shall receive.
Yeah,
and that's so real, because man, this little old law of attraction thing that we like, law of attraction. It's a whole simplicity to it, people. And once you seek, you will start seeing. People gonna come to you. The world gonna shift, and we want y'all to know about this, because this is real generational wealth. See, when y'all heard us talk about generational wealth, we ain't talking about that overnight this and that. Nope. But the blessing of technology, it really can be overnight, but only because you are already it. And once you realize who you are, or what people have been seeing you being, that a lot of times you won't see, because you can't, their perspective sees you being. Their perspective. A lot of time people, you are being something so great and valuable. And of course you won't see it because your perspective is here. Other people see you being that. And what we need y'all to recognize is your mouth and make you more. And we had a cat say he won't know how. Yeah. Well, hey, I don't see him asking. But anyway, let me stop talking about that. What you got to say about this topic, goddamn?
Hey, look, we talked about this last week, right? We talked a little bit about this. We talked about becoming a podcaster, right? We talked about being a freelancer. We talked about, jumping in, writing books, getting on stage. We talked about all these different avenues where individuals can literally make more with their mouth than their hands. You think about the majority of the individuals who generate money with their hands are working for someone else. Mm-hmm. Just want to be very clear about that. The majority of the individuals who are generating financials with their hands, revenue with their hands, currency with their hands are naturally working for someone else. The majority of individuals who's working for themselves are generating a lot by their mouths. And so what we've seen that in management, leadership, right?
Yep.
We see that in business owners. We see that with individuals who are speakers. We see that with individuals who are book authors. We see that I got public speaking, content creating, bloggers. We got coaching and consulting. Like there's a man, I'm talking about a massive amount of things that you can do with your mouth that yields larger numbers than your hands. You see people talk about it all the time on social media, the big tickets and things like that. Why? Because the information, we're talking about data, y'all. Like data, the information that we can transfer is really what's valuable. And so you see people putting bricks together, you see people putting houses up, and that's an amazing thing. That's amazing craft. We need what they do. We enjoy it. There's somebody who communicated that to them. There's somebody who conveyed that information to them. There's somebody that's sitting at a computer who's designed something with their imagination and handed it out and said, this is what these do, this is what they do, this is what they do. And all they have to go do is look at their creation erect. And so we got to think about that. We got to think about how are we developing things with our mouths? How are we utilizing our vision to create and produce the book, to produce the message, to produce the content, to produce all the podcast? This is where we are right now. Individuals who's chiming in and out on our podcast, spending time with us, commenting, those individuals are getting value from our communication. And guess what? Me and EJ are bringing in the revenue. That's the idea. And we have to make sure we continue to push that so other individuals can get in the same position. Leverage yourself, leverage your information, leverage your knowledge, leverage your experiences, leverage your expertise. Your words will make more money than your hands. Become that consultant. Most leaders are consultants. You see what I'm saying? Most leaders are coaches. I don't have to. I'm a father, right? I got some babies. I'm leading my babies. I lead them with my words, right? So the same thing for me, others doing in the industries, professions, and people are utilizing words, right? Let's think about this. Words like leadership. Leadership became a multi-billion-dollar industry. People use leadership. Purpose, the word purpose. They use that word. It became a multi-billion-dollar industry. Motivation, multi-billion. You see what I'm saying? It's just a word. Decided to grab these words, unpack them, unlock them, unveil them to you, make them extremely valuable because you did not know the information. And guess what happened? Came running. It's called supply and demand. You have a supply that individuals do not have. You don't put it on display. Nobody knows. There's a demand for it, but you just got to find the group of individuals who need it. So the ideal is to make sure you understand how to convey your message, utilize, craft, create, develop, implement, project, all those words, right?
Great words.
It's like firecrackers, man. Like it's literally like firecrackers. And so every time we talk about this subject, I'm gonna tell you about all of this. Again, I'm gonna talk about the 82% of individuals who get jobs because they network. 82%. I'm gonna talk about the 85% of individuals who excuse me, I swapped them up. So 80% of individuals, they're getting jobs because they communicate well. That's a study from LinkedIn, right? 85% of the jobs are being filled based on recommendations or networking, individuals that they're connected to, referrals. So think about if you're not able to communicate with individuals, if you're not able to make exchanges, if you're not able to sit down and just convey your message, your dream, your aspiration, your goal, your vision. Why do people put blueprints together? Why do people put business plans together? Not so they can just look at the picture and say, oh, that's awesome. It's for somebody else to take a look at and be like, oh, that's valuable. And I'm willing to invest in you. I'm willing to exchange for that value that you have, that you've literally pulled out of your head, put it on paper, put it on the screen, whatever you did with it. And it's like, I need that. And so there's a lot of people who have stories. There's a lot of people who have experiences. There's a lot of people with so much that they're already equipped with. I tell you, EJ, I tell people I want to help you unload that, unpack that, unlock that. I want you to unveil it, and then I want you to put your crown on and say, "Hey, I'm in my place. I'm in my kingship. I'm royal." You know, because you mastered yourself. You know, Evictor said, I'm the master of my fate. I'm the captain of my soul. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really master your fate. You gotta master where you're headed. And I tell you that you're decorated. Your whole life is decorated. The decisions that you make. So you can make a decision to use your mouth, or you can make a decision to continue to use your hands, but it's still on you.
The message. I heard you say so much there, brother Isaiah. The message, people.
Yeah,
that makes me think of just I don't know, advertisement popped in my head. Advertising. Y'all know how much money in advertising? Oh man, what? You know, doing those Super Bowl, Isaiah, I think they charge a couple of millions for you to get this 30-second message. Which, you know, when we say your mouth, people, your mouth, communication, it's the same boat. Communication. And there's different forms of communication. Everything on this social media is different forms of communication. I don't care if it's podcasts, TikTok, blogging, YouTube, etc.
I'll talk about 3 big ones: verbal, nonverbal, and written.
There you go. I got to start taking notes from you out there.
Verbal, nonverbal, and written, man.
And like you say, you know, y'all that are watching this, we didn't pop up at y'all house and put y'all on the headlock and say, watch it. You watching it. So, you know, just like you say, you know, you have to find people who you're blessed to find people who would see value in your message. Oh, it's a whole nother boat of people that's gonna find you.
I remember the other day you said tribe, right? You got to find your tribe. Like you got to find those people who are gonna link up with you. These people are gonna support the work you do. You able to reciprocate the same thing with them, man. You grow together, you build together, man. There's people that, man, they know we in a right relationship.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? They know it, and so I be eating, man. Like you be saying things, EJ, and I be pulling from it. I was teaching the other day to some interns at this leadership organization, nonprofit organization, Dallas Leadership Foundation. And I was teaching the other day on communication, man, and I was just dropping gems. Like I tell you, I try to repurpose everything. I'm gonna give you credit the first time, EJ.
Oh man, hey, you ain't gotta give me nothing. That's what I'm saying. That's what it's for.
Hey, look, I'm gonna give you credit the first time.
After that,
man, I'm owning it. My mom used to tell me that all the time. She said, "Hey, listen, you know, what we know in part, man. I'm just giving you, you know, my piece, and you add that, and you got to continue to grow that. Got to continue to expand that within you, you know."
Yeah, and that's the blessing, though, people. Yeah, no, that's you consuming information in multiple sources, and running it through your systems and putting it back out. It is brand new. That's your perspective, like picking up all these different that's the new piece of information that's needed on Earth for you to pass.
Nobody's like you, man.
Yeah, man, come on.
Nobody.
And the thing, people, not only do you already have more than enough, that once you get out, it's gonna have an energy come back. We also all have the opportunity to improve our communication. Yeah. And one thing I've learned is I don't care what it is. If you start now, next year, you done bypass so many people, and it ain't about them at all. You now have
tell them what you're doing, EJ. Tell them what you're doing. Tell them about the value you adding to the community, man. Tell them about the value you adding on YouTube.
Look, I'm saying what you want. You know, I'm all over the place. No, right now, Brother Isaiah, man, I am intentional and passionate about creating 100 videos in 100 days, and they're not just any videos, people. No, it's my translation of information that I've consumed that has an energy come back. We know that as followers, real followers. We know that as real subscribers. Yeah, that's how you get subscribers, people. Consume and become and pass that thing like a hot potato. But right now, like I said, I'm making 100 videos, man. If y'all want to check them out, go to Yaki Domingo on YouTube. And let me know what you think, man. You know, and these are just different videos that it's the simplicity, man. And I kind of noticed the connection is giving you different options on sharing your energy, on communicating, on improving communication. And I believe you got something like that too going on, young brother Isaiah, don't you? What you got going on in your end? Like you trying to
Hey,
give
man,
me the great
I was
spotlight?
inspired. I was
Huh?
inspired. I was
Appreciate it.
inspired.
Appreciate
Whenever
it.
you told me about it, man, like I was like, man, and while you was talking, I was like, man, we need to jump on a challenge. We need to throw this challenge out there
Let's
to
do
other
it.
individuals who content creators, and so they can literally unload their pie.
Let's
But
do it.
right now, I'm working on my book. So every chapter in my book, 28 Power Keys to Success, every single chapter in that book, I'm leaning into those values in that book, and I'm literally expounding on them. I got a video for each chapter, 28
Oh,
chapters.
that's amazing, man.
And so, I'm posting that, I'm putting that out there so individuals can really make those exchanges, and then giving people the opportunity to purchase the book, because the ideal is this. You want to be able to go back to the information. You want to be able to literally have multiple exchanges so it can be real with you. And the reason why I made this book, let me tell you how it derived. So I wasn't a social media guy, to be honest. I wasn't. And I'm still growing in that regard. But I jumped on TikTok. My wife was like, "Get on TikTok." I jumped on TikTok and I put a challenge out there. I said, "Hey, motivational speaker, anybody that come in on this video, whatever word you come in, I'm gonna unload it, and I'm gonna make a video of that word unloaded, and I'm gonna tag you in it. And if you come in on here, I'm gonna send you a hat, one of my hats, one of my gear." And so they come in it. I made videos. I had 28 videos that I made. I literally took those 28 videos and I transcribed them and I put them into a book. There was a little editing that was done for sure, but I put them in the book. I have the cover is crazy nice. And what I did is I started selling that book, and I asked people, I tell people, "Hey, look, this is my piece of the pie on these words to spark your piece of the pie, your perspective, your insight and imagination. So whenever you hear me expound on this information, or whenever you read this book, it should expand the way you think about it." You're like, I'm not trying to take over your thoughts. I'm trying to expand them. I'm trying to help you understand a whole lot more. So more information allow us to make better decisions, right? It allow us to assess a whole lot better. And look, I tell people, when we talk about being able to read a situation or read the room, it's easier to do when you got more information. So that's what we did with that book. And so I'm just going to continue to do that, man. But it was all inspired by you, EJ, telling me you was doing that 100 videos. I was like, man, I gotta get at it.
I was like, I appreciate it, man. And you're not the first one to tell me that, and I love that, people. Yeah, realize that will happen for you too, man. Like y'all tribe is looking for y'all message is looking for y'all vibration. And once you just unload, it's a lot happen, man. You become the light for people. Yeah. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you making them videos, brother, because that's more value added to this world. And yeah, people, we want to challenge y'all. Let's make this official challenge. Official challenge. What we doing, Isaiah? What we gonna ask these folks to do?
I mean, you know what? Let's do 10%, man. 10%. Let's do like 14 days, man. Can you do 14 days in a row? Can you drop
14 days in a row content creation?
Something valuable, man.
Like valuable
to you. I'm not asking you to go try to find something and just pull it out of ChatGPT. I'm talking about.
Don't do that. That ain't what we did. That ain't what we told y'all to do this whole video. Nah, that is not what we told y'all to do.
Hey, what you talked about earlier before we jumped on, you was talking about how we got to continue to think. Like when you start making this many videos and you start putting out who you are, it causes you to expand. Yeah. And so that's what we want you to do. We want you to jump on 14 days strong. It don't have to start today. It can start whatever day we want, but we do want you to chime in and let us know that you locked in, because we'll be following up with you. We love following up with you. We want to know what you're doing. We'll look at those videos too, and we'll pull up some of the users right up here and just shout you out when you're joining the challenge.
Yeah, well, it's official, baby. We got a 14-day content creation challenge, valuable content creation. And when y'all start this challenge, let us know, because we probably gonna do a little what is it? A little, I don't know, situation where we can all link up and discuss some of the techniques that are pulling. If y'all need some assistance pulling value out, which you already have, official 14-day content creation challenge, Money Machine Podcast, season 2.1, unloaded, baby. It's official. And trust me, them 14 videos that y'all drop, they're gonna have an energy comeback, guaranteed energy comeback, baby. So it's official, people.
Yeah,
let us know if y'all down, comment or reach out to us, and we want to join y'all. We want to watch y'all journey. We want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Some of your information may hit this platform for sure. Like we eat. I'm telling you, we out here eating, man. We getting information, we're exchanging, and then we're putting things out here. So we definitely communicate that. And if you're willing to join us, look, just reach out to us. We're bringing people on here shortly, and there's going to be some strong exchanges. We'll see how we lean into it.
So with that being said, people, your mouth can and will make you. We didn't. What's the topics we didn't went through? They all blend in, but they all greatness, people. AI is going to take your job unless, if you didn't hear the unlesses, go back through, man. We just gave y'all some real tactical simplicities that you already got. The secret to making 100K from home, phone, drone, or whatever else you can get on. Bars. Hey, man, we done talked about that too. And your mouth can and will make you more than. I mean, look, I'm so stuck on whatever you want. Your mouth can and will make you more than this traditional work, people. If you're tired, it's answers. And with that being said, we have an official 14-day content creation situation that's gonna come back. It's gonna bring back some energy, people. Yeah. And one thing I realized, it's a whole simplicity, Isaiah, and they got us out here, like I say, chasing approval and praise and scared to speak to people, scared to use this technology that's actually a blessing and a gateway to your guaranteed reality creation. But people,
external.
If you create your own tribe, it's a little shortcut pass outlet. Create your own tribe and speak directly to them. Let these 14 videos be speaking directly to your people. Don't worry about the mother folks, because this message is also going to apply to them, people. And with this technology, this amplification. And that amplification of your message is going to be an amplification of energy return, people. That's how you make 100K from the house. You hear me?
Broadband. What's your? I said broadband. What's your bandwidth, man? Hey, look, what's your bandwidth? Like it's going to increase the range of your frequency, man. Like this is what technology does, and so we really got to continue to help you project. That's what we want to do. If that's what you want to do, let's link up. We want to see you right here next week, same time, same place. Hey, look, the value is there. We talked about AI and how AI is the technology that can be utilized to get you to 10 to 100K. The 100K is what can be created and developed by utilizing your mouth, right? In conjunction with technology. So
letting that energy out, people. Letting that energy out that you already have.
Big wins.
We know it is communication. That's getting it out. That's unloading it through communication. That's unloading it through content creation. Y'all need our assistance. Hey, man, it's a whole simplicity. We ain't gonna let this technology, this blessing of technology. We ain't gonna let that be the reason why. That's the reason why. You hear me? That's so right. If y'all need our assistance, man, like I said, it's a whole simplicity. We're here to assist. Y'all need us, man. Y'all know where we at and where we gonna be.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, y'all, make sure to subscribe. This is the Money Machine Podcast, season 2.1. This is just episode 2, people. Look, I can't even talk. I ain't got me so crunk. My energy trying to come out too fast. But y'all, we appreciate y'all watching, tuning in, tapping in. People, if y'all want to know how to make 100K from the house, we done talked about that. Rewind this episode. Share it with somebody who y'all think needs this information. Share it with somebody who y'all think deserves this information. And you got something else for these people before we get out of here, brother Isaiah?
No, we'll see you. We'll see you at the next episode. Chime in.
Okay, y'all. Yes, appreciate y'all tuning in. Money Machine Podcast, season 2.1. Unloaded.